A curious wolf stumbled upon a complete human skin. Intrigued, it pushed itself in through the neck opening. Soon the human skin's limbs were filled out, and the wolf's furry snout poked out from the human mouth, a disturbing and eerie sight. Amazingly, the skin fit the wolf perfectly. Just then, a passerby walked by. The curious wolf got up and followed, imitating human walking. Though it staggered unsteadily at first, it eventually made its way into a city via the highway. A woman's dog barked at him wildly, but the wolf ignored it and kept walking. He paused in front of a company building, watching the office workers with curiosity. Realizing that he needed a job to survive, he blended in with the job seekers and joined a job interview. Even writing with a pen, he mimicked human behavior. Surprisingly, the wolf was hired. With his intense wolf-like work ethic, he gained the boss's approval and was promoted and given a raise. With a handsome salary, he moved into a large house of his own. Life seemed to come so easily now. Excited, the wolf frolicked on the lawn on all fours. The moving crew looked puzzled, but to avoid suspicion, he quickly stood upright on and gestured for them to continue working. Still, the workers were confused. Gazing at the distant forest, the wolf longed for the freedom of his past life. Whenever he was exhausted from work, the mounted prey on his wall rekindled his lost wild ambition. Time passed. The wolf even married a beautiful woman, but the sight of prepared, cooked food no longer tempted him. Seeing a small dog in his wife's arms reawakened his craving for raw meat. The next day, he bought a kitten from a pet store and hid it in his garage. Excited, he brought out the cat, preparing for a feast of fresh flesh. Just then, his daughter opened the garage door. He couldn't let her see his true nature. The long suppression of his instincts had become unbearable. The hunting trophies on the wall and even the stapler on the table constantly triggered his primal urges. That night, wolves eating meat appeared on TV, and his daughter cradled another fresh food source. He turned to his wife and said, "I can no longer suppress my desires." But she didn't understand what he meant. His wild nature had reached an uncontrollable point. At a company meeting the next day, he started hallucinating. Raw meat and documents, wolves in the slideshow. His bloodlust overwhelmed him. He looked at a colleague's neck. He jumped onto the table and pounced. Everyone was horrified. The wolf finally revealed his true self, a long, furry snout protruding from the human skin. Discovered, the wolf was chased and beaten by a mob. Terrified, he ran all the way back to his home, but his appearance frightened his wife and daughter. Desperate for their understanding, he tore off the human skin and revealed his true form. But his wife still insisted he leave. With no choice, the wolf fled again, the angry mob still pursuing him. He ran and ran until he reached the edge of the forest, his former home, only to find it replaced by human houses. He stood dumbfounded in the middle of the road. A car hit him. People looked at his bloody body with satisfaction and walked away, chatting and laughing. Soon, 2 sanitation workers arrived, casually stuffed his corpse into a plastic bag, and dumped it in a ditch as garbage.